Yo, what's up, dudes? Bringing you a YouTube video. I'm just doing this raw. I have a basic outline, but yeah, I figured I would just upload this to let you guys know update about my stream stuff, update about Twitch stuff, a lot about the Twitch, my Twitch suspension, by the way, because I haven't really. I said I would make a video, so that is what I'm going to be doing right now, guys. Because as you guys know, I'm just gonna briefly go over. We all know that 2019 indefinitely suspended on Twitch. And at the start of this video, guys, I'm going. I did actually record from earlier when I was sending my appeal again, like a week or 2 or 3 ago, however it was. So that'll be at the start of this video before I'm saying all this, so you guys can see that. And by the way. Now that we are here currently, after I had done that appeal, it was instantly rejected within 24 hours by what I would assume is automated AI bots, although I don't know because the email said that they reviewed it, but did they really after 6 years when there was like, no, I haven't had a word from them, which again, I'm going to get into all this stuff, but basically, after 6 years, so first thing, guys, obviously, I've taken a little bit, I haven't streamed for like a month or so right now. However long it's been, a couple weeks, taking a little break from it. But, yeah, and you may have seen me posting on Twitter about it as well. So, this video, I'm just going to go over, it's just very, very simple. I'm going to go over the raw points here. So, first thing, guys, Twitch appeal. I'm a streamer. It's very important to be able to stream on Twitch. I haven't been able to since 2019 after my indefinite suspension, okay? So I appealed since then. Obviously, there was like a 6-month cooldown on when you could appeal. So it's been 6 years. We're in 2025 right now. That entire time, I want to be complete. That entire time, whenever I would appeal, whenever I would do this, like I did have initially, some appeals were denied or whatever. But most of them, it was just always a AI bot or like an AI bot response. I've never a single time had a human response from twitch.tv, a single time during the last 6 years. Not once have I ever gotten a human reply, or even communication or anything from anyone at Twitch, even when trying to get some form of communication. So I want to make that very clear. It's not like I didn't try, but the Twitch appeals process is broken, guys. Most people know this online. There's people that get banned for 1 day. They get unbanned. There's people that know the CEO. There's some incidents lately. There's people like wishing violence and stuff on people in U.S. politics, and they get unbanned a day later because they know the CEO. Meanwhile, we have my case and other cases where it's just ignored. Is it, and you begin to wonder as a streamer, am I ever going to get unsuspended? Because the appeal system that they have makes you think that, okay, if enough time has passed, maybe eventually I'll get unsuspended, right? The answer is no. If they don't like you, or if they have something, if somebody from that company has something against you, you'll never be unbanned, is apparently the way it is. And again, so I just want to make that very clear that how do you communicate with these guys to even figure out why you're suspended? It's a process in itself that doesn't exist. It's a circular process because you email them, trying to get a response, you can't. You go to their support page, and then it sends you in a loop. You try to go to their support, it says go to the email. You email, you get an automated response. You try and go to their support, try and submit a support ticket. It just says go to the appeals portal. The appeals portal doesn't give you any answers. The appeal portal, it's a circular loop of nothing. So the appeal system is absolutely broken. And interestingly enough, after I started tweeting about my suspension in particular, the first time I tweeted about it and it started to get some traction, Twitch then updated their policy. And then they did it again after my next thing had 3,000 or 4,000 impressions on Twitter. So obviously, they were paying attention to somebody like me that was starting to get thousands of Twitter impressions because people were noticing, like, what is going on here? Like, still suspended? Like, so I think that they were obviously aware because they were reacting. They were, updating their appeal policy as my stuff was starting to get a little bit more traction and the other negative press that Twitch has been getting from other stuff. But anyways, so that's the first thing. So 6 years, not a single word from anybody from Twitch. They have just basically not been responding. There's no way to communicate with them to even find out why I'm banned. The last 2 years, I had an appeal. I sent an appeal in 2 years ago, 2023 now. And it was sitting there pending that entire time. Pending in limbo. How nice. So basically, for the last 2 years, you're just hoping as somebody that you're just hoping that, like, okay, maybe the appeal system will work eventually. No, it doesn't. It's been 6 years, guys. And then 2 years with an appeal just sitting there saying pending. And no answer back, no explanation of, like, how can you have this violation on your account removed? Nothing. So, all automated bot replies, all automated responses, after all of that, again, I'm just gonna go here. After all of that time, let's see, I'll get to that in a moment. After all that time, my appeal was insta-rejected within a day. So that's why I made this tweet has 16,000 impressions, so the appeal system is broken for a lot of people. It's probably not just me, I suspect, that this happens to, because 6 years is a long time. It's a long time. There's email. There's an email that they tell you to message to try and that one automated responses. Maybe they just, again, there's somebody at Twitch that has a vendetta against me personally, so my emails, I can't get an answer or whatever. So that's just the way it is, I guess. So yeah, my appeal, guys, after 6 years of no non-answers, nothing, no communication. Then after 2 years of my appeal being in limbo, nothing. No, that instantly rejected within 24 hours of, like, starting to get traction on Twitter. Wow, interesting. And then, so obviously, guys, at this point we know there's somebody there, and not just there, but, like, this is deep rooted from, like, when Twitch started, because Twitch started from Starcraft 2, essentially. So there's people there that obviously have a vendetta against me, it appears, and it's people from that community, in general, Starcraft 2 community and Twitch, that try and start stuff against me. So it's obvious that they have, like, after all this, what am I supposed to do, guys? Like, the only thing is to get public support, right? That's all that could be done. It's just me basically shouting out into the internet saying, like, hey, help. Like, can I get unsuspended after 6 years? Like, what is going on? But as it is right now, obviously somebody there has something against me, and so they are just not going to unsuspend me, guys. That's just the way it is. It sucks. It's really dumb. And I'm sure it's like this for other people as well out there. And I'll go into talking about, like how streamers should be very careful. And you should definitely go multi-platform if you haven't already. Every streamer out there, you should be doing YouTube. You should be doing Rumble, Kick, Twitch, every Twitter even. You should go multi-platform, because in an instant, Twitch can take away your livelihood, they can take away your income, and they don't care. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. And again, this is not me saying this spitefully, it's just obvious from all these are actions, and this is just evidence that they don't seem to care. And I'll show you guys my appeal as well. I thought my appeal was, like, pretty rational. It is what it is. I'll go over it in a moment as well. But yeah, so there's no intention, and another thing that I want to say about the Twitch suspension is I think it's a game of chicken for them, and I can see that, and you guys can probably see that with the way. I'll go back, go over that stuff again in a moment, but I think you guys can see that in a way with how it's a game of chicken where they're not giving me a response, but in private or in public, and I believe that they don't want to, even in private, say that, like, hey, this is why your violation is here, for legal reasons. I actually truly believe that, because they don't want to say something that for example, then is completely false, and then they would be sued for by me or somebody else. I believe. I think it's a game of chicken. No one's gonna say anything in public, and they're just trying to ignore it privately, which is why I've had to bring it to public view to get some help, maybe. So then maybe we could get it on suspension. But like again, it's clear that nothing ever moves with that. It's been 6 years. It's been too long. I feel like I'm within my rights to speak up now and be like, hey, like that's it, this is too much. 6 years, like come on guys, it's way too much. So I think that it's a game of chicken. They're not going to give anything publicly because they don't want to be held legally liable for saying false statements. If they do try and give a reason of my ban that is completely no basis in reality or whatever, and obviously they don't want to do it in private because they're probably thinking like, okay, this guy is going to be a thorn in our side or whatever, and again, they don't want to say something even in private, say like accuse me of something that is not true and has no basis in reality in private even. So I think it's a little bit of game of chicken, and I think the only reason they started to adjust their little appeal policy within the last month was as soon as my stuff started getting traction, it's starting to open the floodgates. And that's honestly, I hope that all of this stuff with my Twitch suspension does open the floodgates for other people as well to bring their cases and to the public and hopefully get unsuspended as well. Because I think in the end, this stuff it's borderline starting to go to like levels of where if you're banning people and like censoring people, it starts to get into like, are my First Amendment rights in the US being infringed upon? Like that type, it starts to go there, doesn't it? Eventually. And these are kind of tangent but separate topics. But anyways, so I think they're not saying anything on purpose because they don't want to say potentially stuff that they know is false, or they're just making up and that has nothing, like, you know, they don't want to be held liable or whatever. I'm just speculating because again, don't know anything, no communication. So all I can do is speculate in that respect. And again, I think they're making it intentionally difficult for me to actually find out the reason why they're keeping me suspended. Because I think, again, it's somebody there with a vendetta. They're just not answering me, and they don't want to. Again, it's a game. They don't want to say something and then potentially be held liable or whatever. But basically, I think they're purposely making it difficult for me to even find out what my violation is. What is it? And again, they're not going to say what it is because they don't. They don't want to. So what else can I do here, guys? I think some people were suggesting to me, and I was looking online, like, how can I get them to actually tell me, like, what my account is being suspended for exactly? And apparently I would have to do, like, Freedom of Information Act and start doing legal requests and this type of thing. You guys can let me know in the comments. Obviously, the ideal scenario would be simply to be unsuspended and be able to stream after 6 years of not being able to stream on the site where I made my name and my Twitch brand and streaming career in the first place. So what else can I do if they're not going to give me any communication and tell me what I need to do to get the violation off my account? Then the only thing like that I would be able to do is start doing these Freedom of Information Act requests and these things. And it's like just so like it's just insane that they're trying to purposely make it difficult. Because I suspect if I could figure out what it is that they're tagging my account with as a violation, I suspect I can get that cleared, and then I would be able to be unsuspended, right? But again, this whole process is insane that they're purposely making it difficult or not telling me, like, what I need to do here. So, with that said, so this is the appeals portal now. Let me just go to this here. This is currently the appeals portal. So after I appealed, and again, the video that I edited to the start of this one was me actually doing the appeal, and then within 24 hours rejected. This is what it says on my account. If I go to the details, it says violation incurred in a VOD. I have no access to my VODs because my account is suspended, so I wouldn't be able to do anything about that anyways. It's a loop of my account being kept in limbo. What does this mean? They won't tell me. They won't answer me. They haven't for 6 years. I want to make that very clear, guys, because some people private message me or on Twitter saying like, ew, why don't you email this Twitch email or that Twitch email or this one or this one that and these ones, they don't answer. They lead to nowhere. They don't answer. They don't give any answers. There's no Twitch email that will actually answer and give a response. So how do I get this removed? So again, you guys let me know in the comments, like, do I actually have to like send like requests to get these guys to actually give me legal documents as to what the hell they're doing to my account? Please let me know in the comments. Help me out. Or are they like, is it even possible? Again, I don't know. It would be nice if they would just tell me and be like, hey, this is what you need to do to request this to be able to have your account unsuspended. But again, I think that the intention by them after 6 years and rejecting my appeal instantly, I think they never had any intent to unsuspend me in the first place, even though they kind of led me on in that respect. And they lead on a lot of people with their fake appeal process. I can just say it's fake because it doesn't, it's there to make it seem like if you get suspended, you can appeal, when in reality you can't unless you know somebody. Unless you know the CEO or somebody that works there, you'll just never be unsuspended if they don't want you to be unsuspended, is what we're getting at. And then it shows this. Again, I've already shown all this to people. Same thing. Like, what do I need to do to get this off my account? So, there's that. So, at this point, I mean, there could be other discussions. Like, is this censorship, like, this again, like, is this somehow infringing on my First Amendment freedom of speech? That, like, because social media platforms 2025 nowadays, influence is a big thing. Being able to just, like, speak on social media platforms, like, I don't know. Maybe in the future there'll be something where, like, they can't just get rid of you on these platforms. I know that the platforms, you know, in general, and websites, whatever, they're private companies, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's interesting with the censorship stuff that was going on in like the last like 5 or 6 years, just on the internet in general. Maybe there's something there in the future that can be done with that, but that's probably another video topic entirely, and there'll probably be a lot of debate about that, if it is or if it isn't. Some people saying, oh my god, no, it's not, or like, absolutely, yes, it is, it's in that territory now, whatever. Anyways, so let's go to my appeal. I'm just gonna go over my appeal here. I really want to get this video out of the way so I can get back to making content, and so like I can just update people. So again, I literally posted my appeal in public because why not? It's not like they read it. It's not like anybody from the like, I like to say, like, I feel like it's like the way they handle these things is completely zero empathy to myself and other people that have been suspended. There's other people, you can see people all over Twitter and the internet saying like, my account got suspended and Twitch doesn't answer and I don't know why. Like, there's hundreds, probably thousands of people that face similar things. And again, if my case will somehow bring attention to those other people, great. I think that I'm probably going to end up helping a lot of other people, and I only have the best intentions for that. So I'll just read my appeal. And again, my appeal was very raw. It's just the truth. It's not like this is what I sent them. It's just the truth. There's no like, oh my god, you're trying to get sympathy, this or that, or that. It's just literally raw truth, just the facts. And I'll go over this. So I said, I'm requesting reinstatement of my Twitch account. My Twitch has been indefinitely suspended since April 2019. Since then, I've appealed, and this is all stuff, guys, that I've said. Over the course of that time, not once have I ever had any communication. I still have no idea what this means. Takedown pursuant to government. I have no idea what it means or is referred to, or how to have it removed from my account. The new appeal system says to request for reinstatement, so here I am doing so. With that said, considering the reason or violation existed, it doesn't apply to me, which it doesn't. Again, guys, but again, who the hell knows? It's 2025, 6 years have passed, half a decade of time. Seems reasonable to be able to stream on Twitch after so much time has passed in the spirit of a fair appeal system. It would restore a lot of trust to the Twitch appeals process. My account being a prime example of that. After indefinitely suspended, that Twitch does care about its streamers, content creators. And then this is personal. As for me personally, I'd like to be reinstated because Twitch was my dream career since 2011, and I was one of the original people that believed in esports and making a living doing pro gaming and content. I thought that would become a reality when people were telling me back then that gaming is useless, won't get anywhere with gaming, which is absolutely true, guys. That's what everybody was saying back then before Twitch got big. People were saying you're wasting your time gaming. Like, so it's a dead end. So I was one of the people streaming on Justin.tv before it was Twitch.tv, helped to build Starcraft 2 section. With that said, I've matured over the last 6 years. I believe I did make some mistakes like everyone has, especially with streaming and being a new phenomenon. Myself and others are bound to make a ton of them. Reinstating my Twitch account, I can say I've definitely learned from past mistakes. I matured, I believe, a capable enough streamer person to set a good example for other content creators and streamers. As well as, I believe being back on the website would allow me to continue that original dream of being a pro gamer, content creator, which was the reason me and myself and other people started streaming on Twitch in the first place. Reinstating my account would allow me to do that, which is a huge deal for my family. Took a financial hit that I'd been indefinitely suspended in 2019, as Twitch was my sole source of income, which was true. And it probably is true for a lot of other people out there. Make sure you guys diversify where you're streaming, where you're doing your stuff. To prevent, like, again, this is something I wish I had known back then, so I'm just saying this for other streamers out there and content creators. Make sure you're on every platform. Being able to support my family is the most important reason why I want my account reinstated. Mother has cancer, father had a stroke years ago. Being able to stream on Twitch where I began allowed me to support them while doing what I want. That's invaluable and life-changing. Those are the main reasons why I'd like to be reinstated. It'd be life-changing, which is absolutely the truth. There's gonna be dumbasses on the internet. They're like, oh my god, like you're trying to like get sympathy. Look, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. I'm being as authentic as I can. Guys, I was making probably like 1.6k-ish plus when like above that and beyond every month when I was streaming on Twitch. I was helping pay rent for my house here, my family, mom, dad, sister, brother, whatever. Like, it paid the bills. And then that was yoinked over this stuff. So, and it is life-changing being able to simply stream and play video games. Like, for a lot of people, guys, it is life-changing, and I can only, again, people don't realize what you are going through, especially a lot of content creators. Like, there's a lot of content creators that go through a lot of stuff. Everybody has their own real lives, and being able to have that income is a huge deal. So, like, that is my appeal there. That's what it is. It's the truth. I was able to, like, bring in a lot of income to support myself and my family, and that is why I'm making such a big fucking deal about all this stuff, posting all this stuff about, you know, trying to get hopefully unsuspended on Twitch. I hope that can still happen. Who knows? Maybe some of you fine folk out there on the internet can actually say something or get more attention to it. There's gonna be naysayers, whatever. Who cares? There's haters for everybody. It happens. It's about, like. And again, this is why I also tweeted that I think Twitch has, like, it's zero empathy. Like, they probably didn't even read this. I feel like they didn't read this. I feel like when it was Justin this is a little bit of a tangent side, but when I started streaming on Justin.tv years back, I got partnered. The CEO, the people there that work there, personally were communicating to me and other streamers. It was primetime streaming. It was what made Twitch so fucking great in the first place. It's what made Twitch the platform that it was back then and started to make it huge and make streaming a thing. Like, the passion that they had back then, where the CEOs were literally just, like, personally responding to I remember emailing back and forth. I still have those emails where, like, they were giving me the partner contract to be partnered on Twitch, and it was amazing, because I'm like, oh my god, like, I'll finally be able to, like, make a living playing games, making content, doing this thing, you know, this gaming thing that I want to do, pro gaming, pro content, whatever. And back then, the CEO, like, stupidly back then, naively, I would even ask, like, oh, like, I was asking them for tech support, which obviously is dumb, but again, I was a lot younger back then. But the fact that they even responded and took the time to answer little old me, streamer guy just coming up and personally offering me partnership contract is insane. And that's what made Twitch Twitch. None of this garbage nowadays, none of the stuff that's going on now is... Twitch used to be about streaming video games, dudes. It used to be about... I know this is crazy, and I know a lot of people still do it. Twitch used to be about the games, the video games. Like, it used to be about defending a a 6 pool or a 12 pool, and how Protoss is stupid, and how this guy running down mid lane is idiotic. Like, it used to be about that. And I can make video upon video about this too. But it's changed over the years, for whatever reason. So, I mean, again, like, where is the empathy? Like, I was absolutely able to support my family, make a living, and pay rent from streaming on Twitch. And then having that yoinked is insane. And when I say mistakes, let me clarify what I'm talking about. I mean, like, obviously I was less mature, and I brought private relationship stuff in public that I shouldn't have. Did I ever harass anybody? No. The people that write that shit online, liars. And I'm going to get to that in a moment, because that stuff still keeps getting spread about me to this day. And the fact is, yes, I was immature with relationships or whatever. And you got to be careful who you date, guys and girls, because people will then say you did or said stuff that you didn't do. So that's another thing that people have to be very careful of. I will tell Twitch streamers that, YouTube streamers, whatever, when you're making content, obviously, again, this is a maturity thing that back then I didn't have. Always keep your personal, anything personal, breakups, whatever, out of your stream content. Don't take your content that way. It sends it down a spiral you don't want it to go. So that's what I mean when mistakes and maturity. And obviously, it's been 6 years, guys. I have changed a lot over those 6 years. Matured, thought about this stuff, and yeah. So, but we're going to get to that in a moment, because now I'm going to get to this, because, again, the Starcraft 2 community, guys, toxic as fuck. That's another mistake I can say that I made during all that time streaming. I was way too toxic when I was streaming. Some was for entertainment, but there were times that I did get a little too toxic. But real toxicity is what these guys are doing. Like, why are these people putting this on the, like, why, guys, and this, I'm going to address this because I see this shit from multiple people, and they all come from StarCraft. This guy wrote this, and it's not true. He wrote, try to pretend he didn't get visited by police multiple times, criminal harassment, doesn't have a publicly searchable criminal record. Untrue. Didn't spend half a year? Untrue. Untrue. And why? And then there's another StarCraft 2 content creator that was replying to my tweets. And this is all just on the internet, by the way. So, like, obviously I was tweeting about my stuff like, I'm not friends with the Twitch CEO, so apparently I can't be unsuspended. This guy is another StarCraft 2 content creator. Avila, bro, I don't follow you. I still read your tweets every single day because of the algorithm, which means people are reading my tweets, guys. It is getting out there. Stop trying to play the victim. Remember, you were banned because you were sued by another streamer for harassment. Untrue. And that's StarCraft 2 community. They have been doing this for years, not just to me, but to other people as well. They say things that have no basis in reality and are completely untrue. I have nothing against these two guys, but what motivation, guys, would every StarCraft 2 streamer, or these guys, they're all StarCraft 2 streamers. I wonder what motivation they would have to basically just be putting libel or libel on, which are just, it's a form of defamation. Why would they all keep trying to gang up and be so angsty about Avilo potentially getting back on Twitch to stream video games? Obviously, we can put two and two together. Like, these guys are that threatened by me streaming video games that they will just post stuff that either they don't check is true, or they know is a lie, and they post it anyways to try and keep causing reputational damage to me, which I think is insane, and I think that's partly why StarCraft 2 doesn't really have authentic streamers anymore in general. And this is also why I think, like, these guys probably, like, you know, the whole Twitch StarCraft 2 ecosystem, it's why my appeal hasn't gone anywhere for 6 years in the first place. But these guys, like, saying this stuff, like, is insane, because it's untrue. It's a complete fucking lie. Complete lie. And I don't want to give too much attention to that, but I just want to point out that it's interesting that StarCraft 2 streamers will say things that are complete, just made up. I was never sued by anybody. None of, like, complete utter lies and fabrications by them. But they'll they're all StarCraft 2 streamers. They're all in that little group that I guess talk amongst one another and start saying this stuff. So it's been 6 years. These guys focus on your own stuff, guys. Like, StarCraft 2 has lost complete relevancy because you guys aren't focused on the game and making content. And I don't wish those guys any ill will. I actually wish them luck, because I think that, for example, if I could get unsuspended on the website, it would be great for them too. To be like to have another big streamer that streams StarCraft 2, because guys, you can't. The thing is, guys, if you just eliminate streamers you don't like and you make up shit about them that is completely no basis in reality, you just keep getting rid of streamer after streamer. Nobody streams the game. Look at StarCraft 2 on Twitch. It has no viewers now. It'll be gone within a year. It'll be StarCraft 2. If you look on there's barely anybody streaming the game, and when people are streaming it, some of the people that are left, these people that are writing this stuff about me, this defamation libel and just making stuff up, they have no viewers now anymore, and it's a shame, because if you remove somebody like me that is really passionate and was one of the OGs that I helped them even be able to stream in the first place, whether they like it or not, because it's a collaboration and an ecosystem between streamers. One streamer does well, you bring up the other ones. And obviously, if I do get unsuspended on Twitch, I would hope these guys would let go of whatever hatred or things that they have against me one way or the other, because I don't have anything against them, and I'm not holding anything against them. Because it would be great in the future to even be able to stream StarCraft 2 on Twitch or whatever, make content, and even collaborate with them, and just let them realize oh wait, Avilo wasn't this bad guy we tried to make him out to be to everybody else. But that's what they keep trying to do 6 years later, guys. These are vendettas. These are it's just pure toxicity, unadulterated hate. There's not much that can be done about it. You just have to live, move on, and that's it. That's all I can do about it. Whatever. It sucks that there's people that do that. And again, they're going through their stuff. As you can see here, I've been going through my own stuff in real life as well, and it would be really important to me, and it would be amazing, and as I wrote in my appeal, life fucking changing, to be able to stream again on Twitch. And that's as authentic as I can get with you guys. Again, I'm not trying to make ooh, boohoo, sob story, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Being able to stream on Twitch allowed me to do those things and support my family and myself, and, play the games, make the moolah. Easy peasy. With that said, I can still do that on YouTube, still do that. It's still, in general, making content, which I'm going to get into in a moment. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it to cover about my Twitch appeal. It's been 6 years. I believe that it would be great to be able to be back on the platform. It seems like they're not going to, unless there's an outcry or a wave from the public and the internet. I simply put, I would just like to be able to stream on Twitch again and stream video games, be awesome, and make fucking content, and do positive things. So people that are holding stuff onto hatred from years ago should probably just let go of that. It's not healthy for them, but they can do what they want. I'm gonna do my own thing. But yeah, I again, guys, so I just put this, I put it all out there on Twitter. Eventually I'm just gonna delete all this stuff on Twitter, because I don't want my Twitter clogged up with this stuff, because again, I have to move on from that as well. But I also, it's a matter of, will we ever get unsuspended? And from the looks of it right now, unless something changes or somebody from Twitch sees this that actually has a fucking heart, perhaps, or a soul, and was, maybe was there when Twitch.tv, before it even became Twitch.tv, back when the CEOs were, personally messaging people, partnering them, and they cared, or at least they seemed to care. I know they cared back then. Maybe we can get unsuspended. I'm not too hopeful about it, but again, you can see why after 6 years of getting no answers. Maybe this video will lead somewhere to helping me get unsuspended off Twitch, and other people too, perhaps. Don't know. Anyway, don't know. It sucks though to be led on for 6 years by these people and then just have an appeal rejected within 24 hours. Yeah, it's a shitty feeling, but you know, again, so where do we go from here, guys? So let's go and where do we go from here? What did I? So the next thing I wanted to talk about, besides the fact that again, Starcraft 2 apparently is still just toxic. Their streamers are just still coming after me with nonsense after 6 years. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the state of Starcraft 2 and the Twitch community. It seems that every time that I start streaming Starcraft 2 again, they then announce that they're going to patch the game. Every time I make a video like this, like an insane like video that gets a lot of traction or doesn't, or people start hearing whispers that Avilo is going to do massive Starcraft 2 content again, like I did like a year or two ago when I like did my first comeback to Starcraft 2 after not streaming it for ages. They immediately announced the start. It seems like there's not really any leaders for the Starcraft 2 section on Twitch for streaming in general. There's no people really that are being role models and setting the path to get stuff done for Starcraft 2. But it seems like every time that if I start streaming the game again, which I do plan to start making content for it again within the next month or so, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, but it seems like every time I do that, then Starcraft 2 will announce that they're going to patch the game. It's like people, you know, get off their asses and they're like, oh, Avilo's coming back, maybe we'll all get more viewers again, and like maybe let's patch the game. I know that's a little bit egotistical to say, perhaps, but I think there's some truth to it. That like, again, people hear, oh, a big content creator for this game is streaming it again, and then everybody gets revitalized, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I think these other Starcraft 2 streamers that are posting this garbage out of nowhere, because they don't want me to get back on the website, I think they don't realize they're hurting themselves. Because me being on the site, I would be able to lift them up too as streamers. Like, you know, like, what's the saying? You know, rising tides raises all ships or whatever, something like that. But I feel like me being there would also raise them up eventually as well. Because guys, the thing is, like, the state of Starcraft 2 on Twitch it's dead. Like, there's no Starcraft 2 streamers that are only streaming it full time anymore. No matter what anybody's saying. Most of the people that streamed or stream Starcraft 2 are doing other jobs and other things, including myself. And I'm never going to go into that, like, on stream or include in my content, because that's, again, personal. But I can tell you for a fact, no one can sustain themselves right now. Starcraft 2, unfortunately, with Twitch and YouTube, and maybe there's some exceptions. If you're an exception, great, good for you. But I'd say, like, 95% of content creators for Starcraft 2 can't do it anymore. It's like there's no way that it's possible, really. It's really, really difficult to do that nowadays. That's why it's this self-fulfilling thing where now nobody's streaming the game, no new streamers, no new players, and it's this downward spiral that happens to every game where starts losing viewers, starts losing players, doesn't get attention, and it's just... Again, I feel like if I could get back on Twitch, I could be one of those positive people for StarCraft 2 and get attention back to the game in a good way, and maybe bring back some revitalization, which now we go to the next part, which, again, guys, StarCraft 2 Twitch community it's kind of just gone. I think StarCraft 2 is bigger on YouTube than it is on Twitch nowadays, which is crazy, and I'll definitely make like a video discussing like Twitch culture and how it's changed over the years, because I think it's really interesting. But Starcraft 2 in particular, no one can stream it. Like, these streamers that don't want me back because they dislike me for whatever reasons, they're like, it's so self-defeating. It's just such a shame, because like, you're killing your own jobs. Like, you can't stream this game full time either, bro. Like, no one's like, you need more people to stream the game, and you're trying to keep like... When I was on Twitch, guys, before my suspension, I had 500 to 1,000 concurrent viewers every single day. I was streaming the game like 8 to 12 hours a day. And I had like around 500 to 1K viewers, depending on the time of day or whatever that I streamed. And then, which is huge to have a streamer doing that. And streaming for that many hours, and like keeping that section on Twitch afloat. And then just having that gone, it slowly just all goes down. Anyways, so where to go from here, guys? Now me. Where do we go from here? Obviously, I took a content break. Because why have I taken such because obviously I've been streaming on YouTube this whole time, for those of you that didn't know, and making videos. But obviously I've taken a break for like the last month or so. So again, because this stuff is exhausting, dealing with this type of thing, it kind of wears you down. Wears you down a bunch. But and you know, it sucks. Again, the other annoying thing about not being able to be on Twitch is like being able to network with people, because it's like you feel like, oh, you're exiled. So like, how do we, like, I love video games. It's hard to be social with other people when like you're not on the platform where you started. Like, it's just ridiculous. So like, what am I supposed to do? Just go collaborate only with Kick streamers and YouTube content creators? And then people are gonna be like, you know, even afraid to collaborate because they think this or that, because, oh, like, he got suspended, he must have done something bad, which is untrue. It sucks. So, but with that said, I'm not gonna be afraid of that crap anymore. If anyone wants to collaborate with me, reach out to me. I'm YouTube videos, whatever. So network with me. It's fun. Like, be brave. Be brave. That's all you gotta do. But yeah, my content break, guys. I haven't streamed for like a month. So I do plan to make StarCraft 2 content to revitalize. Let's just say we got maybe like a StarCraft 2 revitalization project type of thing in the works. There may be a Discord for that as well, that I'm currently working on to try and bring some life back to that. And also, for me, I plan to do more pre-recorded videos, guys. So, obviously, again, like I just said, streaming is not sustainable for StarCraft 2. I do need that support, obviously, to be able to stream. And like, doing it full-time right now is just not, it's not feasible. In the future, maybe in the future. But streaming on YouTube is difficult to get traction. I can get maybe like 50 to 100 viewers. A lot of people watching my stream. That was what I had when I was streaming only StarCraft 2 for a while. But it also gets tiring also only doing StarCraft 2 content. But I was thinking that I'm going to make a schedule. So I'm going to be streaming less, obviously, but uploading more pre-recorded videos to go into the YouTube algorithm and hopefully get some traction in that way. Such as commentaries, replays, recording ladder sessions, doing some membership-only videos, updating my Patreon as well. And again, guys, and I'll even do some other videos like discussing, like, you know, what streamers should do to get big on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, like, and to build an audience, and just share some of my wisdom. I think I could crank out some videos just yapping about that, which might help some guys or girls out there, you know, just that are wanting to stream. And yeah, I think that's the plan, guys. Massive amounts of pre-recorded videos. So I'm gonna basically, because I'm on YouTube and because I do like making content and I do like playing video games, I'm gonna do that. If we can ever get unsuspended on Twitch, I will do some massive streams on Twitch. That'll be amazing. I think a lot of people would love that. I think a lot of my community. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you want to see me back on Twitch. Let me know on Twitter. Let Twitter know. Like, start a movement here. Maybe other people. Maybe this will be a positive thing that will help other people as well that have had their Twitches suspended. Maybe maybe eventually Twitch can just like undo everybody's suspensions, because clearly, I mean, again, I'll do a video about Twitch as well, just how the way the culture has changed, the way Twitch has changed since it originally started. And for streamers out there, anybody, guys or girls listening, make a YouTube right now. Do it. Trust me. Make a YouTube. Make a Patreon if you haven't already. Make like every site. Just get your presence on there. Get your content on there. Obviously, TikTok, Rumble, whatever, everything. Every social media platform that comes out, anything new, whatever. Get a present. Instagram, obviously, as well. Obviously. YouTube Shorts. Post. You need to be on multiple places because at any moment, guys, Twitch can take away your livelihood and not answer you for 6 years. That's what is apparent. This should be a cautioning tale. Whether they unsuspend me or not, this should be a cautionary tale to anybody that wants to do this as a career or job. Get on multiple platforms. At any moment, girls, you could have a nip slip. If somebody from Twitch doesn't like you, boom, you're banned, you're gone. Or God forbid, something happens. Guys, like, any moment. Somebody you're dating falsely accuses you, boom, you're done. Doesn't matter if it's real or not. Doesn't matter. They can delete all their half of the conversations. Guess what? You're gone. If somebody from Twitch especially doesn't like you, boom, all your revenue, all your content is gone. Meanwhile, of course, there's people that just know the CEO or know somebody there at Twitch. They do heinous stuff. They are unbanned within a day. You will not be unbanned within 6 years, despite anything apparently. So again, caution, like, guys, you could be the best content creator ever. Single thing happens, boom, you're done. Your revenue is gone. Your source of income is done. Your dream is done. So make sure that you're on both YouTube, Twitch, Kick, everything. Just be on fucking everything. Trust me. It'll save you a lot of pain in the long run. And it'll help you out. Because I wish when I had started Twitch that I had focused more on my YouTube. If you go back through my YouTube, guys, you'll see I have some videos that have like 5K, 10K views. I was sitting on a gold mine back then and I didn't know it. But let's just say I think there's still potential here with YouTube. There's definitely still a lot of potential if I start putting in more work to it, which admittedly me putting out pre-recorded videos, I've done really badly about that. I want to actually convert all of my streaming hours to pre-recorded videos and do maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, release a video commentary, release a stream, release a recorded session of gameplay with chess style commentary explaining what I'm doing, and then another one maybe incorporating viewer stuff or viewer requests, stuff like that. So I want to get into this schedule of okay, Monday, you guys know Avilo's gonna come out with this Starcraft 2 commentary or guide. Wednesday, you guys are gonna get okay, you're gonna get pre-recorded sick 3-4 hour Avilo going at it, play sick mech games or whatever. And then again in the future, if the support is there, I will refocus more to streaming. But again, it sucks just not being able to stream on Twitch right now. If I could just be able to do this on Twitch, then I would. I would definitely commit more streaming hours to it. Right now, I would say I can only do 8:30 p.m. EST to midnight in terms of streaming. And I'm like I said, guys, I've been taking it. I have taken a content break because I'm gonna redo my Patreon. I'm gonna make an actual schedule for pre-recorded uploads. Gonna update memberships on YouTube to maybe if you're a member of my YouTube, you get access to videos early, things like that, etc., etc. I gotta clean up my Twitter because again, I have a lot of stuff there about my appeal, and I don't want my Twitter to only be about that, obviously. But again, guys, I felt like after 6 years, I should at least I owed it to my community, to you guys, and to myself to just say something in public about, hey, my Twitch suspension, this is what's going on. How and all the stuff that I've shown you. And again, I wish I knew what the hell I needed to do to get the violation. I wish they would just make it easier, just unsuspend me, and maybe actually have a human read my appeal. If there's hopefully human people still working there, it's not just AI bot responses or whatever. Anyways, it is that's all we can do. So I'm gonna refocus on YouTube content, guys. Pre-recorded videos. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about all this. I know this has been a long video. I know I've yapped for almost about an hour. If you've been here the whole time, I thank you, and I appreciate you listening. Leave comments. If I get unsuspended, that'll be amazing. It's a day that we'll look forward to. If not, I'm just going to move on from it. I'm just going to focus on the YouTube content and hopefully we can get some videos in the algorithm for Starcraft 2 and League. I've been spamming a ton of games of League, not streaming them. League is a grind in itself as well, but I know that I'm most known for like Starcraft 2, so I'm gonna try and get into like I said, a content schedule. I don't know what else to say, guys, for this video. I just appreciate everybody that has been listening. If you can skim through the video or whatever, but there you guys got pretty much the whole detailed picture of it. Yeah. Twitch suspension. Last thing, if there's anybody out there on the internet, guys, that can actually help get into communication with somebody from Twitch, like anybody from gaming companies, from Twitter, somebody there that works there that actually likes me and is like, hey, maybe we should like unsuspend this guy for 6 years. Like anybody or any other streamers, maybe here, maybe other streamers that happen to hear this, or people, whatever, anybody that watches on YouTube, like that can maybe get something somewhere, someone to be like, hey, it's been 6 years, bros. That help would be appreciated. You know, as they, what is it in Harry Potter? You know, anybody that asks help for Hogwarts will get it. Does that apply to Twitch? I don't know. Probably not, but probably not. But you never know. Anyways, and yes, I did just compare Twitch to Hogwarts, which is probably a horrible comparison. Especially with some of the stuff that goes on at Twitch. Anyways, sorry guys. I digress. Anyways, yeah, there you go, guys. There's the video. Not gonna waste any more time yapping. My next video, I will just be updating you about I'll update you guys about stream content. I will update you guys about my Patreon. Next video will be purely about my content. But maybe let's do our best to get some traction in this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Look forward. I will start streaming again sparingly very soon. But I will start the content. The YouTube Avilo content train is about to begin. We're gonna start posting a lot of pre-recorded videos, guys. So that, and I think you guys will like that. Yeah. Anyways, peace out, dudes. I don't know what else to say. Gonna end this video. See you guys later. Peace out, dudes. Peace out, dudes. Do this. Bye bye.